first full week of high school football is in the books, and there were plenty of county winners on the gridiron. Welcome to Sports Wire. I'm Will Catterley. And when it comes to major matchups, perhaps none was bigger than Highland Springs at home against Hopewell, at least on paper. According to the Times-Dispatch, this would be, after all, a top 10 matchup. The Springers coming in at number 4, Hopewell at number 10. Now, Highland Springs doesn't surprise many people anymore unless they play very poorly. Nope, exceptionalism is the expectation. But even still, when you witness a lopsided game play out to this level in person, well, your jaw still drops a bit. Let's just say this. If the Springers are trying to be quiet about being back, then don't make so many eye-popping highlights happen on game days. To the Emerald of the East End we go. It's a brand new football season, brand new look for the black and gold Highland Springs. Wearing the black and gold, playing host to Hopewell, Antoine Richardson, the brand new quarterback for Highland Springs. He took over after 7-on-7s and Springs didn't look good at quarterback. Said, can I try? Coach said, why not? He connects with Jalen Padmore. You'll see more of Padmore, and Richardson had a great game. Hey, remember this guy? Yeah, Eric Bird was the word, will be the word, has been the word for Highland Springs at running back. Easy squeezy lemon peasy, 7-yard touchdown run on the opening drive for Highland Springs. And the Springers, are they back? Well, they're up 7-0. Well, I missed this one, early season action for me. I thought it was a screen pass to the flat. Really was in the middle. Doesn't matter, you know who didn't miss it? Jaden Parker with great interceptions come great responsibilities and touchdowns. Springers return that one. It is a pick six, and he'll know that I remember to get him completely on film there. Hit me in the forearm. Touchdown, Springers, 14-0. And if you thought the offense was good, wait till you see the defense. Number 52 in on the sack, one of many. Patrick Cheatham. You know, there's 3 phases to a game, special teams. It would get worse before it would ever get better for Hopewell. That snap mishandled, kicks it out of the end zone. And before you could blink, it was 16-0. Still halfway through the first quarter. Antoine Richardson. You know, for years, Highland Springs has been great at everything, but they need some better play from the passing game. Richardson can run it, and he's shown early in this game and later, like right here, that he can throw the football as well. Touchdown pass, Richardson connects with the dangerous Devlin Davis. It's 23-0. Springers with 5 minutes still to go in the first quarter. That's right. You want some run defense? We got just about everything. It's a banquet, a bevy of football plays, all in favor of the black and gold. You want more Eric Bird? You got him. He was running with power. After missing last year with an injury, he is back for his senior season. Rushed for 1,600 yards his sophomore season. Least we forget. You want more Padmore? He's got more. Jalen Padmore to the end zone on the end around. Springers just making this look like Madden on the easy cheat mode. Touchdown Highland Springs. Just like that, the black and gold put up a 30-burger. More defense, rallying to the football, nothing but black and nothing but gold all night long for Highland Springs, and they take over on offense. Roll out Antoine Richardson. Going left, running left, making it look simple. Gets a first down, would lead to this. 1-yard touchdown plunge. He calls his own number. Springers, another 6 on the board, and they were loving life in week 1. More from the defensive side of the ball, trying to string out Highland Springs. Too much speed, and that might be the pop of the week for Sports Wire. Great hit in the backfield by number 56, Jayon Morgan. Then, second quarter, 37-0 before the end of the first. Switching sides now, more defense. We'll set it up for this. Watch this run. Great block out here by a wide receiver. And then Bird makes sure it stays as a good block. 20 yards. He rumbles to the end zone, hurdles a defender. 100 yards rushing for Eric Bird. And that's his second of 3 touchdowns on the night. Highland Springs, number 4 in the Times-Dispatch. Probably a little higher now. They win this one walking away. 68-12 your final. Springers beat Hopewell. Meanwhile, at Hermitage, the Panthers were on the prowl in their home opener against Matoaca. The Warriors were coming off a pretty nice season, but graduated a ton of players. And the Panthers just wanted to get off on the right foot and finish what Coach Pierre knows Hermitage can start. So to Hermitage High School we go. New lights, new season, new expectations for the Panthers. Same old QB, Ben Yane. You don't say. After Hermitage forced a 3-and-out, they deferred to get the ball in the second half. Their first drive was a thing of perfection. Bryce Robinson on the receiving end. You'll hear more of Bryce, but Ben Yane absolutely dropping dimes. Right back to Bryce Robinson. Eventually, 6 plays, 55 yards later, Yane would hand the football off to Jason Allums for a 2-yard touchdown run. Hermitage would have the early 6-0 advantage. Defense was tremendous and in the backfield all night long. Number 44, Dylan Webb, senior linebacking core for Hermitage, really had this defense shining. Watch it again. Here comes more from that stout defensive front. This time, Jason Whitehead making the TFL tackle for loss. 6-0 Hermitage after one. Second quarter, switching sides. More of the same for that defense from the big Herm. Dylan Webb. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. He wasn't even trying to deceive. He just run through people. With lead of this. Offense, defense, special teams. Bryson Robinson takes it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers. Robinson, his first touchdown of the night. That one with the punt return would give Hermitage a 2-score lead at 13-0. He was not done yet either. Also on the running side of things, Avery Curtis. Nice job by AC, about 20-yard gainer and a first down. Lead of this, Ben Yane. Pretty efficient, 10 of 16, 159 yards and a tutty. He finds his wide receiver number 12, Jason Allums, for the first down. And then, how about Bryce Robinson? Little Wildcat, second touchdown of the night. Cartoon-like face mask in the end zone. He'd be all right. Yeah, 2 touchdowns opening night at home. You're going to love that. Start the regular season 20-0. Hermitage. More from the Panthers. Little screen pass. Good-looking blocking as well. Jason Allums, key cog in the Hermitage offensive wheel, if you will. And then watch this dime. One-handed grab and the belly to boot. Marcus Lee. That's the touchdown pass. And Lee. And the Hermitage Panthers all over Matoaca at this point. Panthers defense not done, not by a long shot. They want the shutout. Number 45 this time, making his presence felt. Daryl Woodson with the stop. More great defense from Hermitage. Matoaca won 7 games a year ago. Lost a lot of guys, and it showed in this one. Hermitage was the stronger side throughout. Number 44 yet. He just lived in the backfield. Dylan Webb yet again. And then how about this? Number 7 coming in. Miles Brooks. Well, he can throw for Miles. Caught. Finds his receiver. Number 8, Marcus Lee. And then Brooks. You know, he's got a twin brother on this team. But first, he's going to connect with Bryson Robinson, who's going to do a little hook and lateral. Oh, my goodness. It still works for a first down. Not wanting to go down, wanting to make the big play. So Miles Brooks, twin brother, going to fire and find his twin brother, Tyson Brooks. And it's Brooks to Brooks, brother to brother. How about that, brother? Hermitage all over Matoaca on this one. They amassed 432 yards of offense, including this late touchdown run by number 9. Sorry, I missed the beginning of it. Breon Bonner and Hermitage all over Matoaca. And yes, they got the shutout to boot. They start the season off very strong, 1-0. 38-0 is your fun. We have much more gridiron action to get to when we come back. Freeman battles with Atlee in a game that goes down to the wire. Plus, it's field hockey season at Henrico. The Warriors and Panthers need extra time to determine a winner. Highlights are straight ahead.
Take out meals for just $12.99. Call now.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montanopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich! This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig. Welcome back to Sports Wire. Little field hockey action. The Henrico Warriors playing host to the Hermitage Panthers. And this would be a war of attrition throughout. First quarter highlights. Henrico had possession of this one much of the first quarter, but the first couple of chances went the way of the Hermitage Panthers. Knocked away, saving a beauty. More on that story later. Meanwhile, Henrico finally with a shot, but that's well outside the circle, so that wouldn't count even if it went. It was 0-0 after one. There's going to be a lot of zeros in these highlights. I'm just telling you right now. Hermitage with a chance in the second quarter, and it just trickles wide. Again, that was outside the circle, so if that went in, that wouldn't have been good. Henrico with a chance in the second. That one is cleared away by Herm. No harm, no foul. 0-0 after two. Let's go to the third, shall we? Switching sides. Here comes Hermitage with an opportunity. A great one here. Firing in and just goes wide. One of the best chances for Hermitage of the entire evening. No score still. Hermitage on the prowl, as they would be quite often throughout the night as this game went on, and then fired. Kick, save, and a beauty. And I heard from a dependable source that keeper, Teresa Green, has a number of offers, including the University of Maryland. Something to watch in the goalkeeping position for Henrico County. She shoots, she scores on the corner, but that ball never cleared the circle. Therefore, it's no goal. So Hermitage, golden opportunity to make it 1-0. They could not. Finally beating Green, Teresa Green to the ball. Teresa Green races to the ball. She was a joy to watch in net. If you're going to have a defensive battle and goals are hard to come by, might as well have great goalkeeping. And Green provided. Night in, night out. Well, game in, game out. Quarter in, shot out, I should say. Henrico with a chance themselves. It's a breakaway. We're going to get a goal here. No, not so much. It's kicked away. Kick, save, and a beaut. Actually, the defender's the one who got that one out of harm's way. Still no score. By the way, this doesn't go to a shootout. It just goes in overtime after overtime after overtime. We're going to go to overtime. Still no score. And by the way, when you go to overtime, you play 7-on-7, which in football you score a whole bunch of points. No lineman to worry about in this case. Henrico couldn't get it in. How about Hermitage? They're going to have a chance to put the biscuit in the basket. Panthers with a chance. Nope. Green says no. She does not sit and wait for the ball. She attacks it. Love to see that. Hermitage back on the offensive side again. Going to get a chance here. No! Green jumping out for it again. And the whistle would blow. Let's go to another overtime. Why not? We're not doing anything else on a Tuesday night. Here comes Henrico. A chance to win it. She shoots. She scores! Vaishnavi Shilamula, the senior forward, puts the biscuit in the basket, and the Warriors walk-off winners. 1-0, your final. Back to the gridiron we go. It's Freeman. It's Atlee. And most of these games in Henrico Week 1 were blowouts. This was not one of them. Fans excited, pumped for this one. They always are for a Freeman home opener. And you know, Atlee-Freeman's kind of turned into a pseudo-rivalry. Early action, first quarter, first possession. Tricky Atlee Raiders. The pass from the halfback to the wide receiver. It's going to go for a touchdown. Over 80 yards, Atlee with a 7-0 lead, 11:20 to go in the first quarter. Later in the first, Douglas Freeman, George Davis back at QB. He would do some firing of his own, connecting with Alec Kingsbury. Good for the first down. Later, Davis. Lots of targets in this one. Rolls out, finds his man, number 13, Colin Ising. It would be the same score, and 4th and short, and Freeman does exactly what they need to do, which is get the defensive line to jump off sides. That's an automatic first down. It would lead to this. The run up the middle. He finds the end zone. Touchdown. George Davis to Evan Dyers, and Freeman ties it up with the extra point. It's 7-7. Atlee, though, had a great running game themselves. Oh, my gosh, look at the moves. And there'd be more where that came from on this drive. Raiders running so fast, nobody can catch them, especially Freeman's defense. Even our camera guy couldn't get it. 14-7, 6:47 to go. And that would be your score at the half. Second half, however, Freeman trying to get tricky downfield. They were not effective with a deep pass game. That is intercepted. And the Atlee Raiders look like they're in business. Up a touchdown with the ball deep in Freeman territory. Mavs need something to go their way. Defense needs a stop. Ask and you shall receive. We get a 4th down stop to the Mavericks, and Freeman takes over. Second half, you know who else took over? Dyers took over. Evan Dyers, same drive, 4th quarter. 261 yards rushing on this night. Most of them came in the second half. They would get stopped, and they would set up this tricky Maverick fake field goal. Oh, but Bitsko just a little bit off with his arm, rarely off with his foot. It's still 14-7. No worries. Freeman gets the ball back. Boom, boom, boom. Tough to take that guy down. First down pass. Davis's big gainer, good, would set it up for this. We brought him up earlier. Dyers with the extra. Gas to boot, touchdown. He has the extra gear, and Dyers had 3 rushing touchdowns in this one. 14-14. I said earlier, mistakenly, 261 yards rushing. That was for the team. Dyers had 154 of them, though, with 3 touchdowns. So, 14-14. Atlee with a chance, put this away with a final drive. Instead, Mavs come up with a turnover, the interception, and now they can hold the ball for the last possession. Or we have overtime. It was Caleb Fisher with the interception, and that would set it up for this man, Evan Dyers. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Dyers once, Dyers twice, Dyers 3 times, Dyers 4 times. They just kept handing the football off to Dyers. Churning clock, making holes with the offensive line. Dyers taking it to the end zone. The final of his 3 touchdowns and the extra point by Bitsko, making it 21-14. Atlee's done, right? This is high school football, friends. You know we've seen plenty of crazy stuff happen. Roll out, deep pass, under a minute to go. Caught, first down, inside the Freeman 30. Atlee not done yet. Last chance for the Raiders, trying to tie it and send it overtime. Gotta find the end zone. Incomplete, and the Freeman Mavs hold on, and they win their home opener and opening game of the regular season. Final score, Freeman 21, Atlee 14. Mavs move to 1-0. Well, we head out to Glen Allen when we come back. One new quarterback has a banner night for the Jags. Would it be enough to topple Prince George? Plus, Deep Run looks to get the best of Mechanicsville to win their opener. That and more next. SportsWire is your source for weekly coverage of the games and teams throughout Henrico County. One team with high aspirations comes as no surprise. Smyers does it. All-time strikeout leader. The exciting highlights. The passionate rivalries. The magic moments. And you get to see it all by watching SportsWire. But since we can't be everywhere, we thought we'd ask for your help. Anytime you get some exciting video or pics, share it with us.
Yeah! Come on now!
So we can share it with everyone. SportsWire, where high school sports are always the top story. Welcome back to SportsWire. More gridiron action to get to. Glen Allen at home, hosting Prince George. And they're the second team from Chesterfield who has some trouble with their kicking game. Goes out of the end zone on a bad snap. It's a 2-point bucket. Glen Allen with the short J has a 2-0 lead. And then their offensive line was good. Actually, just about everything about Glen Allen on this night was good, except for the kids' heads in the way early in the game. Sit down in front. It would lead to this. Touchdown run by the new quarterback, Ralphie Puccinelli. First of several touchdowns for Ralphie. And RP with a TD. Glen Allen had a 9-0 lead with 2:07 to go in the first. They said Prince George was having trouble with their kicking game. Also, well, I thought that was a forward lateral, but they say he never had control of the football. Johnny on the spot is Glen Allen, number 22, Jamari DeBerry and company with the fumble recovery. And that would set up Glen Allen for this. Ralphie Puccinelli, touchdown. That's his second of the night, and even a little Tommy DeVito. Little Tommy Cutlets action in the end zone, 16-0. Glen Allen rooting for Tommy Cutlets over at New England Patriots, former big Giants fan here. Big fumble for the defense. And, yeah, that would set up Glen Allen for this. Ralphie Puccinelli with the spicy meatball touchdown pass to Jalik Gilliam. And the defense for Glen Allen, really, making the offense look good. They're setting up for really short fields, 23-0. Kind of feels a little bit like that Highland Springs Hopewell game, doesn't it? Pass later, well, this does. The interception. Glen Allen had a great secondary last year, looking good in week 1 as well. Number 23, Joseph Carter with the interception, setting it up for this. Puccinelli, he's got him. Down at the 1-yard line. Pass caught, complete to Davis Fisher. And then Puccinelli calls his own number. Touchdown. He had 4 rushing touchdowns, 18 rushes for 60 yards on the day. And he also had 1 throwing, 179 through the air. How about this, Prince George going through the air? There's the secondary again, another interception. And there's Davis Fisher again doing stuff on offense and defense. Wide receiver and secondary. Yeah, you like that. We got a two-way player who can help out the back end of your defense and get some big passes on offense. And you got to like the running of Puccinelli. He ran with speed. That is a power run. My goodness gracious, dragging Prince George Royals tacklers with him. They wouldn't score on the drive, but had to leave that highlight in there to show you that. And then finally the Royals would get on the board. Not going to leave you stranded, Prince George. That's a long touchdown run. And finally PG on the scoreboard, but it was all Glen Allen on this night. After Prince George scores 6, they would get the ball back, firing deep, and this time heavy coverage. And this one is picked off, and we're going the other way now. Inside the 30-yard line, number 23 doing the honors, Joseph Carter. 4th quarter, roll out. Watch this from Puccinelli. Escapability, you want some? You got it. Going to the right side now. Broken play, doesn't matter. Puccinelli for a new quarterback. What a debut. 5 total touchdowns on the evening, and Glen Allen is 1-0. They spanked Prince George 42-6, your final. Let's head on up the road near Short Pump. Deep Run home opener taking on Mechanicsville. Deep and talented, best football team the coach Joe Mulnick says he's ever had. Well, they had a chance to prove themselves in their home opener against Mechanicsville early and often. Defense looking strong. Robert Nodar, Joseph Mitchell in on the stop. And what is going on here with the snaps? Mustangs quarterback and punter Camden Metzger couldn't handle a high snap. Has to fall it in the end zone. Guess what? It's the 3rd game so far in Sportswire that we've had a safety. Deep Run up 2-0 late in the 1st quarter. They hit a 2-run shot. You know who's going to be good? Colin Birch. And then he's going to be really good in a lot of ways. One way will be in special teams. Taking the ensuing kick and taking it into the red zone. Nice blocking there by 88, too. And then on the outside there, number 12 gets in the way. Inside the 5-yard line goes Colin Birch. Really inside the 10. Got about 5. 2 plays later, same drive, 2nd quarter after a penalty. Backed him up a little bit. No problem. Easy squeezy. Lemon peasy. Touchdown, Jamal Howard. 5-yard touchdown, around 9-0 Wildcats. And that's not the last time you'll hear Howard's name. He had a heck of a night. Mustangs not ready to hang it up and put it in the saddle just yet. Long completion. Blake Whiteley. Perfect pass from Metzger. Whiteley hauls it in. They have it deep in Wildcat territory. Lead to this. The touchdown plunge around the right side. It's Brennan Ball powers in inside the 5 Mustangs on the board. He had 21 carries, 70 yards, so nice night for him. Oh, my! Want to see this again? 9-7 at the half. 2nd half, pop of the night. Ty Davis got lit up by Cole. The price is right. Oh! Little slow-mo replay for the pad-popping hit. An illegal hit at that, too. What a shot by Cole. The price is right. And he knocks him down. Mustangs back on offense, trying to come back, but secondary with a pick. And that's the other way that Cullen Birch is really good as defensive back. First of not 1, not 2, but 3 interceptions on the night for Birch. This would set up that Howard touchdown run. 2nd of the night to put Deep Run up 16-7 with 4:23 left in the quarter. How about Cullen Birch? Special teams. Do you want defense? We showed you that. How about more? He said he had 3 picks. That's his 2nd. And deuces were wild tonight. Number 2, Whitley. Matching his counterpart. Going right side. He would get the pick of his own for the Mustangs, and Mechanicsville not quite out of this yet because it would set up this 38-yard field goal by Nelson Morales. And now the lead's cut to 6. It's only 16-10 deep run with 9:04 left in the game. But running back Jamel Howard said, "Enough is enough, I got this." He takes a handoff from Falls Graph, goes 60 yards, puts the Wildcats up 14 after a 2-point conversion. Howard, how about this for a night? Check it. 146 yards, 17 carries, not one, not two, but 3 tutties, 3 touchdowns on the evening, and deep run would take a 24-10 lead. They would never look back. Julian Hassani gets in on the action in the 4th. He splits the middle, turns on the Jets, in the end zone. Wildcats, big winners. 31-10 at that point, and that would be your final deep run. 1-0, 31-10, they win it. Other scores now, Varina goes on the road, gets a big W against William Fleming, 41-14 your final. Louisa comes to Godwin, beats the Eagles 42-26. Henrico falls on the road to Petersburg 48-6. And Caroline absolutely gets the best of Tucker. 83-12 is your final. Well, while football has taken center stage across the country, it's not just for the guys anymore. Varina hasn't quite created a league of their own, but they do join one and open up a new sport in the East End with plenty of opportunities.
Let's do it.
They're fast.
Pick your feet up. Pick your feet up.
They're athletic.
Tighten up. Too many drops. Too many drops. Let's go.
And they're determined to start the football season.
Our name is Snap Queens, and we're here to snap on the Route 5.
Introducing Henrico County's first girls flag football team, the Varina Snap Queens.
All right, we're going to go blue first, which is going to be a running play, all right?
Head coach Ashley Banks and her connection to football gave her and activities director Lamont Folsom an idea.
With watching Marcus and the football team here just being so involved when, Lamont said, "Hey, Ash, how you feel about this?" And I'm like, okay, is this for real?
Turns out flag football is as real as it gets. The sport has grown in popularity. Several colleges offer scholarships. It's even been added to the 2028 Olympics. For the student athletes at Varina, it was an opportunity too good to pass up.
Flag is always something I wanted to do. It's always been on my mind. To have one at my school is really good for me. I get to do something I really love.
It's wonderful. I like it. Plenty of the girls are tired, but, I have to keep that adrenaline pumping.
It just felt so different other than what I do. I do all-star cheer, so it feels really different, and I just love it.
Team managers, basketball players, track athletes, and yes, cheerleaders, all rallied to the flag.
Lamont was flooded. We made one post on IG as well as Facebook, and the response that we were getting, I was just like, Lamont, I think we caught on to something, wow.
So much so that Varina football coaches and players have offered their help.
Marcus has been so great. Our boys football program, as well as our boys basketball program, the guys have came above and beyond.
You'll get a line in front.
Periodically, you'll see Marcus drop in and Malik drop in, so we have JV as well as varsity. It's like a collective family.
The coaches treat you as you already are on the team, so it was very welcoming.
It is absolutely amazing. I feel like we're finally getting the attention that we wanted, and we're finally given the chance to do something that we've always really wanted to do.
Of course, on Route 5, football expectations are high.
We just have to manage it, Route 5's on top, so as long as we keep it there and do it in the most respectful way as possible, we won't have any problems.
But for those who think these ladies can't compete,
Come see me on the field. Come see how I do, and I could probably do it better.
and you can see them in their first game September 8th.
1, 2, 3. Varina. 4, 5, 6. Family.
Varina plays an 8-game schedule, mostly against Richmond City schools. The Flag Football League has been buoyed with help from the Washington Commanders Youth Football Commission. While Varina is the first school in Henrico to field a team, they most likely won't be the last, as girls flag football could be a sanctioned sport in the years to come. Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us. Follow us on X. Follow us on Instagram, and watch episodes on YouTube. I can't wait to see ya next time on Sportswire.